Good evening, guys. In this video, I'm going to be doing a technical analysis of Facebook stock, ticker FB. Today is Saturday, November 23rd. So the last closing price of Facebook was on Friday, November 22nd. Facebook closed at 198.82. I'm going to be showing potential, upside levels and then potential downside levels for Facebook stock. Given a technical analysis and Fibonacci levels and relative strength index and things like that. So if we take a look at the chart here, I'm going to start here. You can see the recent price action through November. We're at about there's about 5% more upside to the 52-week high for Facebook stock, which is about $208. And then you can see here, this is the last year. So this is a daily chart for the last year of price movements for Facebook stock. And you can see here from the left-hand side of the chart, we started in that kind of range of, 130 to 150, and then we had a price run up once they're in the about late January, early February. There was a price gap up there, kind of by where that first oval is, and then after that, the stock has moved above. It broke out. It's over its 200-day moving average. So. And then in this video, I'm going to kind of show some evidence that it seems like a good support level for Facebook stock has been that 200-day moving average. So take a look at that for the traders out there, Facebook stock traders, investors. Just take a look. And I think this video will give you a good idea of kind of where a trend of Facebook stock is going. So. We can see here that again after it broke out above that 200-day moving average, the first time was in late January. It seems to have been holding that, so that's been a good support level for Facebook stock. Right now, the 200-day moving average of Facebook is 183.33. So that 200-day moving average, if you're looking at that as a support level or a buy signal for Facebook stock, that would imply another 7% downside in Facebook stock, given the current closing price of 198. And you can see there, you see the blue lines there. Those are the Bollinger Bands. And again, the Bollinger Bands are two standard deviations above and below the median closing price for Facebook stock. So it's going to show you a range of where stock prices finish 95% of the time. So it's a really good gauge to predict overbought and oversold conditions in the stock, along with, when you couple that with the RSI readings, it gives you a good reading on where the price is. So where we're at right now with Facebook stock, my take, you can see there at the bottom, the RSI right now is about 64, so it's not extremely overbought, but it's not oversold. I mean, it's in that kind of overbought territory. At this current level, I could definitely see another, 3, 4, 5% upside in the stock is possible. But you could also see a downside too. It doesn't really give us the RSI at this point doesn't give us, I don't think it's a really good indicator of a buy or sell right now. But it is, we are getting toward the top end of the Bollinger Bands there. So I don't think there's too much more of a run up here, upside. I don't think there's too much more upside in Facebook stock. Take a look though, because if it does keep running, if it is able to break the 52-week high, which would be another 5% upside, if it is able to break kind of that roughly 208 level, then there could be further appreciation in the stock price. But again, if the stock falls a little bit here, I would watch that 200-day moving average as a good support level. So that's about 183 right now, 183.33, which again applies about 7% downside in the stock. That's about the low end of the Bollinger Bands right now as well. So over the short term, over the next month or two, I'd kind of be looking in that range of for Facebook stock, probably 183 to 205, 208, kind of in that level. And another thing I wanted to point out to the viewers here, the Fibonacci retracement levels. I'm not going to dive into what exactly Fibonacci is for this video, but it's a good kind of indicator, or a lot of times it can show traders and investors support and resistance levels. So in this chart, we show how far is the stock retraced, right, from its all-time high, or from its 52-week high rather, in this example. So again, the 52-week high for Facebook stock's been about 208.60. So 100% retracement in that stock. The low point, it was about 123.26. So we can see here that the stock seems, since about February, kind of a good support level as well has been that 50% retracement. So what does that mean? If for some reason Facebook stock continues to fall over the next, say, month or two, if it does for some reason break that 200-day, I think that the 50-day, 50% rather, the 50% retracement level on the Fibonacci scale is going to be a good price point for traders to watch, because that's going to kind of show the strength of the price action. So right now that's about 165.57. You can see there by the yellow arrows. The first one was in late March. The second one was in right about June 1, where there was a price increase and then a pullback, and that it held that 50% retracement level, both on both those occasions. So watch that. If for some reason the stock starts to decline here over the next month or two, if it breaks the 200-day moving average, and look for that 50% retracement level as the next support level. If it for some reason were to break that, then again, we could be in for a further kind of bearish decline in the stock. But the 50% retracement level from the 52-week high at the current price, that implies about 16% downside. So take a look at that, and in closing here, this analysis, again, I don't think right now, given my take on this technical analysis of Facebook stock, there's no hard, good buy or sell signal at this point. I would probably watch it over the next few days into next week and kind of see, what the price action does. I could see the stock, going up a little more from here, just because it hasn't, these relative strength cycles tend to go up and down, between the 30 and the 70 over a extended period, and it could easily go up above that 70 reading, and in that case you'd probably be looking, you'd be close to hitting that 52-week high. If it does break that, then there can be further gains ahead for traders. If it falls down below and it were to break, say, that 200-day moving average, then I think you look at, there could be further downside in the stock. So hope this helps you, traders. It kind of gives you a good kind of buy and sell if you are, trading Facebook stock. I think it kind of helps, setting those profit and loss exits, right? So I always look when I'm trading stock to do a 2-to-1 ratio. So, if I'm investing $1,000, say, then, if I'm setting a profit exit, then I'm going to set that. If I did 50, say, if I did 2-to-1, if I were going to make, say, $500, then my maximum loss I would want to do is only 250. So I always try to make my gains at 2-to-1. So for every $2 I make, then I only want to lose $1, right? So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So hopefully this helps you establish kind of some good support and resistance points for Facebook stock. And thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, please comment in the comments field below. If you like the video, like it, and maybe share it with some of your friends. So we'll see you guys on a future video.